AI has positively impacted my area of expertise through design tools and chatbots.
I use AI and ChatGPT on a daily basis. I use it to write reports, to assist me with writing proposals, communicating via email, and coding.
The beauty to me of ChatGPT is that it can be a really great starting point for students.
ChatGPT has changed the way that we should be teaching writing. The bar has been raised, and now we are going to have to demand of students a higher order response.
There's no software that exists that can identify or tag the content that is created by AI.
My primary concern is academic integrity.
I think that as a tool, it makes you much more productive. The issue in education is if students begin using AI but do not know the underlying code, like for programming, then they'll never get good at programming.
The discussion on artificial intelligence has reached a state of excitement and anxiety over the past year, driven largely by the popularization of the large language and foundation models that have entered our consciousness through international and local channels.
Deep learning AI technologies are here, and they are what they are because of human intelligence. For generative AI like OpenAI's popular ChatGPT to function, they need vast amounts of human intel to serve as the basis for the content they generate. AI does not only mimic human ingenuity, it is human ingenuity.
This discussion aims to explore how that intrigue and fascination has been received and applied across the technical, academic, and creative industries. While the concept behind AI is not necessarily new in the geospatial realm, the advancement of AI has indeed changed the scale at which we are able to produce large volumes of data. This phenomenon has large implications, particularly in the developing world, where the availability of current and reliable data is often noted as one of the largest challenges to any form of spatial planning process. Herein lies the promise of artificial intelligence, whereby the possibility to collect and update data about the physical geographic features of the world is made exponentially more accomplishable. AI helps to resolve the problem of operationalizing simple workflows such as object detection from remotely sensed imagery at large scales. Not only are big tech companies engaging users with the tools to utilize AI, but they themselves are leveraging AI. Google, for instance, in 2021 launched its Open Buildings Initiative, an open access dataset containing the locations and geometry of buildings across most of Africa. Leveraging its large repository of satellite imagery and applying deep learning methodologies to a large training set, building footprints were able to be extracted. This project has since expanded to other regions of the world, thus providing foundational baseline data for many developing countries. The new wave application of GeoAI itself is not a foreign concept to Belize. For instance, in 2020, the CZMAI updated the Belize National Marine Habitat Map through machine learning workflows to create a more spatially complete and high-resolution version of this map. Currently, they have begun a separate project acquiring high-resolution drone imagery to train a deep learning module to detect and identify marine pollution in Belize. While computer visioning of imagery is the most obvious current application of GeoAI, another manner that AI can readily be leveraged in this industry is through the use of AI's large language models such as ChatGPT to generate programming scripts or identify geographic locations from text.
AI's use and implementation to aid intelligence is far more vast. Take, for instance, the graphic design industry. Artists now have at their disposal image generative AI like Stable Diffusion with natural language processing capabilities to interpret text into original images. This application of generative AI in Belize's creative industry can potentially improve workflow efficiency, lessening the tedium associated with basic graphic designing tasks, affording more time for higher-level creative pursuits. With animation AI, there is a similar promise. AI-infused software can generate keyframe character animation. What used to take exponentially longer to animate can now be done in a matter of minutes with a far less specialized skill set. Think about what this means for the animated motion picture industry in Belize, and what it also means for the potentiality of tapping into the multi-billion-dollar video game design industry. Clearly, generative AI offers the promise of complementing already established art-driven digital industries in Belize, while also opening the door to new ones. Then, of course, there are the benefits AI technologies can offer to Belize's higher education sector. If it is that a part of higher ed's goal in Belize is to develop the next crop of young professionals sufficiently equipped to contribute to national development, then authentic experiences must be reflected in the curriculum. If AI technologies are projected to affect many industries, then higher ed must reflect ethical, discipline-specific AI applications in the curriculum. The promise here is that students can potentially develop skills using a range of AI technologies while better preparing them for today's tech-driven industries. There are also more specific pedagogical benefits to consider. One of the more interesting AI uses in the classroom is the role of AI as a student. Instead of prompting ChatGPT for explanations, students would prompt to take the role of teacher, engaging in a simulated teaching exercise with the chatbot. When a student teaches someone else, or in this case, something else, they have to organize their knowledge and in doing so, uncover the extent to which they understand the topic. Then there's the inspiring case of Adrienne Coleman and her chatbot Mehetibel. What Coleman accomplished was the training of the Mehetibel chatbot using OpenAI's large language model to respond to queries in Belizean Creole. But Coleman didn't stop there. She also released similarly trained lesson plan generators for the primary and secondary levels in Belize. Clearly, her work is already bringing to fruition the promise of AI and embodies the concept of Belizeanizing tech. Inasmuch as AI is increasingly shaping the pace or pattern of human activity across the globe, we must be mindful of existing concerns.
With the rising use and application of AI across all industries, it is important to remain mindful of critiquing the data that is produced. As Joseph Kursky ponders in his blog Spatial Reserves, AI brings due emphasis to our be critical of the data discussions. Though AI has the capability to process large amounts of data, the quality of data generated may be poor or unknown.
A concern is indeed the quality of AI-generated data. When considered, what is clear is that advanced skill sets and critical eyes are still needed to validate AI-generated data. For that reason, at least today, artificial intelligence cannot entirely replace human intelligence.
As more and more of the data that is being produced originates from AI, questions about data ownership also come to the forefront. Some are concerned that since generative AI feeds off large language models populated by both licensed and unlicensed data, AI-generated content are merely derivatives and not originals.
There is also a reasonable fear in classrooms worldwide about the current evolution of AI technologies. Many believe that writing, a a hallmark of formal education, is under siege. Students can now respond to writing prompts, especially those of the unimaginative sort, using to a lesser degree intel and human intelligence, but more heavily relying on artificial intelligence. Instructors of writing-intensive courses must now contend with conventional methods of plagiarism and the new AI variety of plagiarism, all within an education system that is moving more and more online, and therefore moving more and more towards assessments that are not monitored in person. There is also a legitimate concern about equity regarding the use and detection of AI text generators like ChatGPT. While instructors can readily detect AI use from weaker writers, students with advanced writing competencies often go unnoticed.
Ethical concerns regarding generative text AI in the academy are not only limited to students. In August 2023, 3 university-affiliated researchers successfully published a study in Elsevier's peer-reviewed journal with a glaring issue: forgetting to remove a standard ChatGPT limitation message recognized by the masses. What was seemingly a moment of blunder for the trio birthed a moment of deep contemplation in the academic community about AI use and its impact on the integrity of scholarly publications.
There is so much more to say about Big Tech's latest mass magical tech moment. Whether you perceive AI as a threat or as another step in humanity's evolution, the unassailable truth is that regulatory policy needs to be at the forefront of our collective consciousness. The age of AI is here, and while ChatGPT is its pop culture mascot, it is not the future. There are already more complex neural networks with deeper learning capabilities that can unveil previously imperceptible but potentially vital aspects of reality. How best we can regulate and leverage AI technologies for nation building is where our energy should be, not merely on how to thwart AI's use.
To ensure the successful utilization of AI technology in Belize, it is imperative to establish a national AI policy, train professionals in multiple sectors, and support ethical and responsible use of AI.
This is a story about us and our data.
This is also a story about AI and our data.
Thank you, fellow citizen user, for your attention.